are the epitome of fierce.
Again, a group of 6 amazing girls who you'll meet in a moment called Team Strong to participate in this year's summit, and they're just fantastic. And one of our team members, Melanie, participated in the challenge, so you'll hear more from her today and her experience. You know, there's a startling fact that we have research on that shows that 2/3 of women and girls are not getting the nutrition that they need to really reach their full potential. And so many girls, I think, and I was, this was true for me as well, at your age you think, I don't really need to learn about nutrition. You know, my folks prepare my meals for me, or my guardian, and I eat what I need to get through the day, but I'm really not focused on necessarily what I'm choosing to put in my body. But that statistic will tell you that that's really not true, that we do need to make careful choices today so that we can fuel our strength and accomplish our goals and be the change makers that you want to be and that you are. So Special K believes in the power of intentional nutrition to help you reach your goals.
So when you were a football player, when you first got involved in sports, did you ever think you would work for the NFL in a non-athletic way?
No, like, so while I was playing, I wasn't out as a gay man, and the last thing that I ever thought that when I came out, that I would actually be doing work to educate the athletes and the coaches about how do you create a more safe and inclusive culture for individuals who identify as LGBTQ+. Mm-hmm. So the fact that I'm doing that now is just crazy.
Yeah. So another thing you speak about a lot is the concept of toxic masculinity. What does that phrase mean to you, and how have you sort of seen it play out in the communities that you've been a part of?
So one of the things I try to do is not talk to men about toxic masculinity because they run from it. Like when men hear that word, they're like, right? And what I try to get them to understand is that they have to define what it means to be a man for themselves. Yeah. Far too often we like to watch our fathers or our uncles or whatever, and we never actually say, like, this is what it means for me to be a man. And I try to ask young men questions like, what does it mean for you to be a man? Yeah. And what you find is that the lion's share of them have never actually thought about it, right? That what it means to be masculine. Like, there is no such thing as masculinity, right? It's a construct also. So how do we stop to discuss these terms that make boys feel uncomfortable? Because whenever you say the term toxic masculinity, boys can just get on the defense. And my goal is to engage them in conversations where they can be vulnerable and honest in ways that they can never have before.
Champion Tonique Coleman.
Yes! How is everyone? Will you guys do a favor? Do me a favor? Will you take one really big breath with me? Can we do it again? Who in here forgets to breathe? I know we're obviously still alive, so we don't continuously forget to breathe, but I know that I forget to breathe, especially in moments where something is really important to me and really matters, and that's what this moment is. This is my 7th year, actually, at Girl Up. This is my 7th. And the first time that I didn't write a speech. And I did it on purpose, because I thought about everything I've ever said on this stage. And I thought about everything I've ever felt. And I realized that just because I said it and meant it didn't mean that I walked it. And I wanted to know what it would feel like to stand on stage and tell you again that all you have to do is show up and that you are enough. But to actually believe that for myself by embodying that. And today, just showing up and seeing what happens. And it's incredible that we are in a safe enough space to be able to do that. And that's what we are. That's what we do as girls. That's what we do here at Girl Up. We allow ourselves to be the truest, fullest, most beautiful expression of who we are. And I thought, if I get up here and I fall on my face and I fail and I mess up, awesome. How awesome for them to see someone just show up and just be here And to know that the work that I've done over these last years has gotten me to this moment, and I probably have something to say. And the universe is going to support me in saying that. And so I was on Instagram a little while ago, and my good friend Alicia Rulin, who played Kelsey in High School Musical, she had sent me a message on Instagram, like a DM. And I read it, and I said, oh my God, thank you. There's my message. It's this photo, actually, by the way, just you probably can't see it, but it's Diane von Furstenberg. And the quote says, you know, there's a thing about the woman across the room. You see the woman across the room, or on stage in this instance, and you think, she's so poised, she's so together, but she looks at you, and you are the woman across the room for her. And that's all of you.
So the Time to Rise video also helped us launch the Dad Squad campaign for Girl Up. So I'm really curious to know, what impact has your father had on you, and how has that shaped you as a person and as a feminist?
Well, my dad is probably one of the most supportive dads in the world, almost to a fault where he shouldn't be as supportive as he is, because I haven't done that much yet. But when we were doing the father-daughter campaign and realizing the impact that fathers have on young girls' lives, I got to reflect on my own dad and the confidence that he gave me, the sense of self-worth, and it's really spread into my relationships and in my career. And you know, I go into these meetings all the time with these big movie producers, and I'm always really nervous, and I call him, I go, Dad, I'm scared, you know, directors and producers and all that stuff, and he's like, why would you be scared, Corinne? And he's genuine, like he's like, literally like, why would you be nervous? And I'm like, well, they're like these big guys. He's like, they should be nervous to meet you. Like, you're a big deal. Don't succumb down to them. And I'm like, are you sure?
To you and your brand Bible as a whole. And the next step for just getting started is building a team. And I'm sure we're all in this room, we're all independent females, we all like to do things on our own. I don't know about y'all, but I do not like to get help. I like to think that I can do everything by myself, because I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man, I don't need nobody, but I don't. Sometimes you do need people, and that's kind of what building a team is about.
How has Girl Up impacted you?
It's impacted me in the sense, like, I've been able to, one, make more friendships, and two, it's helped me open my eyes to how, it's easy to say that women aren't treated fairly, but it's another thing to actually see it, and it's a good thing to actually come up with solutions rather than only seeing the problem. So I feel like that's how Girl Up has impacted me.
Okay, so Girl Up has impacted me in positive ways, obviously. It helped me with leadership, so I started my club this year, and leadership played a big role, and it opened my eyes to all the issues that girls have around the world, and it let me discover a new passion.
My first time at Girl Up, and making new friends was so much fun, and I'm so grateful for all the relationships I've made. And I really, after hearing all of the amazing speakers, I feel so empowered to go back home and start a club of my own and bring the Girl Up message to my hometown.